Good morning, everyone. Happy March 1st and welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're catching the live, say hello. If you're catching the replay, type in hashtag after party down below. Would love to know who you are and where you're coming from. Let me know. So, this is a new month and I've got lots of exciting stuff planned and I can't wait to share. So, a big question. Through the entire month of February, I have talked to over 30 female entrepreneurs and I've gotten their input. And it is across the board very similar. Just so you know, you are not alone, first of all. And what you have is not uncommon. It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? So I'm going to really delve into this topic of self-trust, intuition, guidance, God, whatever you want to call it, okay? It's all up to you. Most women that I have spoken to struggle with this piece. Most women that I talk to struggle with trusting themselves, with allowing their intuition to speak loudly to them and to direct them. So this is what I'm going to be really digging into and really helping you and really giving you pieces of advice and tactics that you can use to really begin to tap into your subconscious mind and your intuition, your self-trust issues, all right? They all go together. But today, I'm just going to give you one reason why you can't seem to trust yourself. Just one thing, okay? And the fact of the matter is, when I was talking to these women, a lot of them said that why they can't do this, why they can't seem to trust themselves is because it's just who they are, right? You think it's just who you are. You think that because you can't trust yourself, that the old way is just who you're going to be forever. Like, you can't get rid of it. It's just wired into you. And I want to tell you that this is a big piece. This is the answer right here. And I want you to listen to yourself when you're thinking this and when you're saying it. Okay? Yes, it is just who you are and wired into you. Okay? And anything that has been put into you, has been placed into you as a child, 0 to 7. From 0 to 7, this is where the programming happens. So this is where you are getting these pieces of advice from other people telling you, no, you can't do this. That's not right. So when you're a child and you're hearing this come from parents, teacher, sibling, you are being told that no, you can't do this. The child believes this. The child makes this who they are. So anytime they want to step out of their comfort zone, anytime they want to try something new, their subconscious mind is saying, no, you can't do this. This isn't the right way to do it. Are you crazy? What if this happens? So when you're this child and you're being programmed, your parents don't know that they're doing this, so it's not at their fault. Don't get mad at your parents. They didn't really understand this. But this is what they were doing. This is why, as a parent, you want to be hyper aware of the words that you're using around your child. Don't ever tell them no. Think of another way. Think of another way. Because with this constant knowing to them, no, the word no, You're telling them they can't do something. What if they are just simply, think of yourself here. What if you were simply just a curious kid? Because all kids are, right? We don't really know much when we're kids. So you're a curious kid, or you have a curious child, and they're always getting into things. Always getting into things. Like, they just don't leave you alone. They're always getting into trouble. This is how kids are. This is what they are supposed to do. This is how they begin to develop their own intuition. This is how they begin to develop their own self-trust. And by being told no, or be yelled at, or by being pulled away from something that they are interested and curious at, this is how their self-trust begins to break down. So, yes, it is wired into you. It is who you are. But you have the power to take this over. You have the power to take this over because you are not wrong. This is just who you are. But again, you have the power to take yourself out of this and look and say, okay, what are those things in my childhood that I was told, no, don't do that. You can't do this. By being told this consistently, and think about just maybe the terrible twos, right? When you were 2 years old, this is where you start to get into things. This is where you start to get into trouble. This is where your parents are just tired. They're worn out. They just don't know what else to do, right? So they're getting frustrated. They're snapping. They're getting angry. They're getting all of this. These are the things that you need to be aware of. These are the things that you need to be aware of. Okay? Flip the switch and ask them, what do you want to do? Like, spark their creativity and encourage them to do something that is convenient for you, but at the same time, interesting for them. Give them options. Give them ideas. Give them something that they can do to create this creativity. And in fact, if they are between the ages of 0 and 7, you can program them every single day. You can tell them that they are capable of everything. And these are the things that you'd be telling yourself as well. Right now, think it, meditate on it, write it, but tell them that they are capable of everything. They can trust themselves. Put these words into them. Really put these words into them. And begin to develop. Even if you're, a few years behind, if you feel like a few years are behind, you can still do this to them. You can still help them. This is the power of the mind. You have complete control over your own mind right now. You have complete control over your child from 0 to 7. Again, that's when they're in this trance-like state all of the time. All of the time. So yes, it was wired into you. It was programmed into you from 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 0 to 7. Understand this. And as an adult, do something about it. You can do something about it. Begin writing on it. Begin meditating on it. Begin doing all of these things every single day. And I'll get much more into the how and what you can do. But today's topic was just to understand that yes, it is put into you by hearing the words no, you can't, you shouldn't, don't touch that. All of these things are telling that little kid, that little you, or if you have kids, that they are not capable, that they can't trust themselves, that they can't. And as an adult, you're saying, but I want to, but I can't. Because that's what's in your mind. That's what's in your subconscious mind. And that's why you can't figure out why the hell you can't move past this. Is because you want to, but I can't, but I shouldn't. It's not safe. These are all of the things repeating in that looping pattern in your mind. I want to start this business. I want to spend this money. I want to go on this trip. I want to do this program, but I can't. I can't. It's not safe. What if? What if I get in trouble? What if this doesn't happen? What if? Because these are the things that you heard while you were growing up to make you who you are today. It's as simple as that. So let me know if this was useful. Let me know if this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. I know it was helpful. And you're going to see a lot more stuff coming from me over the next day or two, so that I can begin to really bring this topic of self-trust, intuition, all of this goodness into you. I want to help reduce your stress, reduce your overwhelm, and really help you to bust out of that bubble that's been kept you trapped for so freaking long. So I will see you in the group later on throughout the entire day. Bye, guys.